Welcome back to Let's Talk About It with Mia. If you're new here, I'm Mia, and this is where we have real, honest conversations about relationships, personal growth, emotional well-being, and the habits that quietly shape the lives we create. Today, I want to have a conversation that's a little different. Because success isn't only about getting the promotion, building the business, finding the right relationship, or achieving the next milestone. Sometimes success has less to do with what you're adding to your life, and everything to do with what you're willing to remove. I've noticed that some of the biggest obstacles women face aren't always obvious. They don't arrive loudly, they don't announce themselves. They slowly take root until one day you realize they've been stealing your confidence, your peace, your opportunities, and even your future. If a woman truly wants to succeed, I believe there are 6 things she has to remove at the root. Let's talk about them. Number 1. Constant comparison has a way of making you feel behind in a race you were never supposed to run. You start measuring your beginning against someone else's middle. You celebrate yourself less because you're too busy watching everyone else. Here's what I've learned. Someone will always have more. More money, more followers, more experience, more success. But none of those things change what you're capable of building. The moment you stop comparing yourself is often the moment you finally begin growing. Number 2, the need to please everyone. This one is difficult, especially for women who naturally care for others. Wanting to be kind is beautiful. Wanting everyone to approve of you is exhausting. Because eventually you'll realize something. The more you try to make everyone happy, the less you recognize yourself. Not everyone will understand your decisions. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. And that's okay. You don't need universal approval to live an authentic life. Number 3, fear of failure. I think fear has convinced more people to quit than failure ever has. Sometimes we don't even realize fear is making the decisions. It disguises itself as waiting for the right time, doing more research, being almost ready. But perfection is a moving target. If you wait until you're never afraid, you'll spend your life waiting. Growth usually begins the moment you're willing to take the first imperfect step. Number 4, unhealed bitterness. This one is quiet, because bitterness doesn't always look like anger. Sometimes it looks like distrust. Sometimes it looks like constantly expecting disappointment. Sometimes it looks like refusing to believe something good could happen to you. Healing doesn't erase what happened, but it keeps your past from making every future decision. You deserve relationships, opportunities, and experiences that aren't constantly being judged through yesterday's pain. Number 5, staying where you've outgrown. Growth can become uncomfortable. You'll outgrow friendships, habits, mindsets, sometimes even environments that once felt like home. And while loyalty is important, so is recognizing when you've become too small for the place you're trying to stay. Not everything is meant to grow with you. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is give yourself permission to move forward. Number 6, the belief that your worth depends on what you produce. I think this may be one of the hardest lessons to learn. Your value isn't determined by how busy you are, how much money you make, how many people applaud you, or how much you accomplish before you're 30. You are valuable before the promotion, before the degree, before the relationship, before the business. Achievement is something you do, worth is something you already have. Never confuse the two. The bigger picture, when you look back over these 6 things, comparison, people-pleasing, fear, bitterness, outgrowing your environment, and tying your worth to achievement, you'll notice something. None of them usually destroy your life overnight. They do it quietly, little by little, decision by decision, year after year, which is why removing them at the root matters so much. Because healthy lives aren't built only by chasing success. They're built by protecting your peace while you pursue it. So maybe the question isn't, how do I become more successful? Maybe the better question is, what have I been holding on to that's making success heavier than it needs to be? Because sometimes, the biggest breakthrough in your life doesn't come from adding one more thing. It comes from finally letting go of the thing that's been holding you back all along. I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these 6 do you think women struggle with the most? Or is there another one you would add to the list? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, this has been Let's Talk About It with Maya. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.